Today, we're driving down to northern Alabama to the beautiful Joe Wheeler State Park, where we'll meet up with John and Deanna Peterson, who are currently doing the Great Loop. They're attending the AGLCA's Fall Rendezvous, where members share lots of great information. America's Great Loop Cruisers Association holds 3 annual rendezvous: fall, winter, and spring. And in this video, I'll give you an overview of the fall program, and then John and Deanna will share their thoughts and experiences. But first, I want to show you around this great state park. Let's start at the campground, which is fabulous. And I know a lot of loopers start out as RVers. So if you're coming to the rendezvous and you have an RV, I'd stay at the 116 site campground. Now, if you don't have an RV, there are also plenty of rooms at the lodge. Plus, there's some really nice little cottages in a tucked away cove. If you're coming on your boat, then the marina is very convenient and 50 yards from the conference center. There's also a very nice 18-hole, 7,200-yard golf course with a clubhouse and a full practice facility. There's also tennis courts, hiking trails, boat rentals, fishing, and more. It's a great state park. The rendezvous itself is 2.5 days of classes put on by the AGLCA. Here's a list of this year's classes. In the late afternoon, the loopers at the marina open up their boats for a looper crawl. If you're new to the loop, this will be a great way to get ideas for the size and type of boat to buy.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Look at all the room.
One of the first things I learned at the rendezvous is there are 2 types of people who attend, and you can see it on their badge: those who are still planning their loop and those who are in progress. I had a chance to sit down with Mike and Michi Short, who are planners, and John and Deanna Peterson, who are in progress, to hear how the program has been for them. Here's that interview. Okay, first question: who do you think the program is designed for? Planners or people who are in progress?
Well, it's actually set up for both, because there's 2 different directions you can go. You can do the 101 classes, which we're in, and then you can do the segmented parts of the route around the loop. So,
which is what we did.
What you guys are doing.
Okay, good. And John, Deanna, what'd you say?
Yeah, it's the same way. You can choose what you want to go to, but typically those who are planning go to the 101 classes or whatever. And there's lots of different classes. And then we're doing the segments because we're in progress now. So we're talking about the hurricane, what to do, what not to do, how to cross the Gulf.
Right.
Like that.
To the shorts.
Okay.
Do you guys have a boat yet?
We do not.
You're not.
We don't know what we want right now. Like we had talked a little bit before this, we just don't know sometimes what questions to ask, but we have been able to get on a lot of boats here and talk to a lot of people that are in progress, or even some of the gold loopers. It's just invaluable to be able to talk to those people and pick their brains.
We're truly thinking that the boat that we will end up with is not going to be a monstrous one like a 50 or 48 or something. We're looking kind of in the sweet spot of like maybe a 36.
John and Deanna, what was the most interesting thing that you found out today?
Well, I would have to say, from my perspective, I knew very little about the panhandle of Florida and how just spectacularly beautiful that is, the sugar sand beaches, all the different historic towns, just all the different opportunities that there are to explore. I kind of thought, that'd be a 4, 5, 7 day excursion, and now I'm thinking more like a month.
It's just a lot of information about crossing the Gulf, how to time it, your weather windows, all that stuff. Is just really compact, and the teacher did a great job in telling us what to do, what not to do.
John and Deanna, can you talk a little bit about the people that you've met, and what has that been like?
Gosh, we met a lot of nice people, but I'd say we've met 4 or 5 couples that are kind of going to be lifelong friends.
That's great.
Yeah, you get into these flotillas, and so you're traveling sometimes, like on the Mississippi, you're with a flotilla most of the whole way, unless someone breaks off. But and you get to know these people, people, and it's great fun.
How far in advance did everyone make their reservation?
The day it opened.
Yes.
Yep.
The day it opened.
The day it opened.
Because it said it does sell out, so we were up
right. And how much is it?
$490 or something like that a piece.
Right,
Yeah,
so
or something,
$1,000, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've learned $1,000 worth of information.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, it includes the meals.
Yeah, the meals
Two
and
dinners too.
Right,
Uh,
right.
I think that's a pretty cheap investment if you think you're going to do this, because if you don't
Oh,
like doing it
absolutely.
after you get on and you start seeing some stuff, it's
Right.
a pretty cheap investment to see if
Absolutely.
you want to continue on.
So, do you think you'd go to another one, say the winter or the spring one? Or do you think you've got it figured out from just one?
I think another one would, because to be able to take some of the classes that they're taking right now to learn those segmented pieces of the loop and what to do and where to lock and where to fuel and weather patterns and all that would be very valuable to have. So we think we'll come to the next one.
So from my perspective, I thought this would be a great opportunity to meet people and meet the AGLCA organization. But I figured I'd kind of be one and done. But what I learned today, it was worth the price of admission just hearing that information alone.
Okay.
So now I'm thinking there are other segments that we could learn from this process from
I
people
think
who've
they
done
have
it many, many times.
Another rendezvous in the spring, which is on the East Coast, which would probably tackle all the Canadian logs that we want to do.
Right. Which again, you don't even know what you don't know.
I just want to say thank you to the Petersons and Shorts for taking their time to give an honest review of the Fall Rendezvous experience. And for you viewers online, I hope it was helpful. If you're interested in more Great Loop content, just click on the link below. In the meantime, safe travels to you, and I hope to see you out there on the road.